welcome in, people. It's Rob the Man Media, baby. We coming back with another live, man. Had to get this last one in for tonight, man. We here talking Colorado football. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in to the channel, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're not already following this channel, man, this is Rob the Man Media, baby. Man, let's get into it. What up, Mac? Hey, Miss Ellen. But yeah, man, so we get into it, right? It's Nebraska week. We know what time it is. You know what's coming. What up, Dre? Got a question for the chat. This is how we kicking it out right now. Why do people want to see Coach Prime go to the NFL so bad? Why do people want to see Coach Prime go to the NFL so bad? That's the question of the day, right? Hey, Miss Crystal. And the reason why I'm asking this question, right? Deion Sanders only played one game so far at Colorado, and people already trying to get him to the NFL. Coach Prime had told y'all over and over and over and over that he don't want no parts of the NFL. He don't want to coach in the NFL. But right now, we still got people thinking that Coach Prime goes to the NFL. Man, come on, man. Can y'all at least let this man enjoy it, game one, going into game two, and just focus on the season instead of talking all this NFL talk? Come on, baby. Let's go, baby. Hey, Miss Patricia. Like, come on, man. I got all my notes, man. I've been, Coach Prime said he ain't interested in NFL. That's what I'm saying. Coach Prime keep telling people, man, I'm not interested in NFL. And what do you have? People just, Coach Prime goes to NFL. Coach Prime goes to NFL. Like, he come on, man. Come on, dog. Coach Prime don't got to leave Colorado. That's what people don't understand. Everything that Coach Prime wants, he's going to get out of Colorado. Why would he have to leave and go somewhere else when he can get everything that he wants and more out of Colorado? But it's good, though. That's what we're here for, family. But shout out to Colorado. They are ranked 22 in the AP poll. They're ranked 25 in the college poll, and they're ranked 21 in ESPN. Hey, they weren't playing. I gave Colorado till like game 3 to be ranked, but they ranked them early. Hey, somebody believing. Somebody behind that keyboard is believing in Colorado right now. They weren't believing before, but right now they believing in Colorado. So we here. We here, family. We ranked. Hey, run them numbers up. Because I know why ESPN ranked Colorado 21. I know why they did that. They are trying to get them ratings up for that Oregon game. They're trying to get them ratings through the roof for the Oregon game because they know College Game Day ain't going to be going to Oregon, and they're going to be coming back to Boulder 2 weeks in a row. They just seen Fox do it, so they finna do the same thing at ESPN. Say, like, hey, Fox capitalized on Coach Prime for these last week and this week. Now ESPN like, hey, man, we got to get our money back. So now, they're going to promote Colorado heavy, and they're going to try to have them rank the highest out of everybody because they know going into the Oregon game what time it is, right? You get that Oregon game, you get them ranked, you get them high ranked, right? Now you get everybody tuning into that game. Then you turn around, you're going to come back to Boulder, and they're going to have USC. So, man, we finna be in for September. It's finna be on and popping for September for sure. CP always said he not dealing with those spoiled grown men. That's facts. And that's why I understand, like, if you watch any show right now, I don't care if it's ESPN, if it's Undisputed, if it's NFL Network, anybody that's talking about Colorado all keep saying, well, Coach Prime will go to the NFL. No, he's not, man. Stop putting that in the open. Stop putting that in the air. Because y'all putting that in the air because y'all see what Coach Prime is doing. Y'all see the domination of Coach Prime, and y'all don't like it. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is. Give me 1 second. I'm finna try to see. I'll mess with it later. And their favorite point spread against Nebraska. Yeah. Hey, soon we beat TCU, they change that fast. You know why? Coach Prime got in them pockets in Vegas, man. They ain't like that. They got to get their money back. And that's what it was, right? They changed Colorado to a favorite because they need to get that money back because they know people gonna be stupid enough to bet on Nebraska. That's all it is. They know people stupid to bet on Nebraska. So like, well, we'll make all our money back off Nebraska because everybody wants to see Coach Prime lose. So everybody's gonna bet against Coach Prime because you can't take the favorite. Even if you hated Coach Prime last week, right? There's a lot of people that betted on Colorado just because it was too good of a payout. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. When can you go to job office and treat it like your home? That's real comfortable and not give up that. Hey, listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it. Coach Prime got a mini home inside of Colorado. He ain't got to go nowhere. He got a great facility. He can work out. He can watch TV in his office. He got 2 TV set up in his office. He can watch TV. He can watch whatever he wants, right? So just imagine a Coach Prime sitting in his office, right? He got YouTube on one of them, and then he got like ESPN or Fox on the other one. And he's just watching everything that's moving right now. Just imagine, because he could be doing that right now, right? Then he got his own little mini like closet set up, walk-in closet, where he gets dressed, take a shower, and do all that stuff. He got a mini crib inside of a building, and he ain't got to go nowhere, and he can just be comfortable. Go to sleep, take a nap, wake up, and just be chilling. They're going to be undefeated going into Oregon game for sure. I don't trust Bo Nix. That's my personal opinion. Hey, you know I don't trust Bo Nix. You know I don't trust Bo Nix. But, hey, we're going to take it one game at a time because we know what we about to do in Nebraska is going to be something amazing. And I posted this question on another channel, right? What do you guys expect coming up for this weekend, right? My expectation for this weekend, I just want to see what adjustments our defense make week to week. So now that we're in week 2, right, what did we learn from last week on the defensive end that we can change going into this week to be even better, to be even greater, to be even more dominant, right? That's what the main focus is for this week that I see. But let me know in the chat, what do y'all see this week being that y'all want to see coming out of Colorado Buffaloes? What do y'all see? Those media guys just look for that traffic and they do channels. Hey, listen, anything to get yourself in the algorithm, you're going to do it, right? And that's how ESPN think. That's how Fox think, right? Yes, they're the two dominant, but Fox and ESPN right now, they compete against each other. Who can get the most prime coverage? Because they know that's where the dollars are at, right? Whoever can get it, that's where it's at. What up, Tremaine? Hey, Zion, I bet you won't do it this week. I bet you won't do it this week. That's for sure. NFL owners won't give Coach Prime that freedom to be himself and run. Hey, listen, I've been saying that for the longest, and that's what people don't understand. Like, Coach Prime want to be Coach Prime. If you're not gonna let Coach Prime to be Coach Prime, you're in a losing situation. You're in a lose-lose situation. So they not gonna allow that to happen. They just be real. They not gonna allow it to happen. Hey, Rob, is there another team that should be outbidding Colorado for Coach Prime services, or will he retire? I don't think he'll retire in Colorado. I do see him down the road leaving Colorado, go to a different school. What school that's going to be is going to be, we'll have to see, right? But also, Prime can stay there for 10 to 15 years and let it retire. Because think about it. What else is there to offer Coach Prime that he don't got at Colorado? And I think that's the real question, right? You can say, hey, a Florida school, right? Let's just say, I'll go with every Florida school, right? So we're starting Florida, right? If I'm Florida, I'm offering everything possible, right? Because one thing the University of Florida has, they have the facilities, they have the money, they can get the recruits to come to Florida, and they're in the SEC. So that's the benefit of Florida. You talk about Florida State, right? They don't have the facilities. Their facilities is worse than Colorado's. So they would have to update their facilities, right? Would they allow Coach Prime to have all those cameras, the media access? And still, Florida State's trying to figure out if they're going to be in the ACC, if they want to move, what they want to do. If you talk about UCF, right? That's an upcoming program in Orlando, right? They're still building onto their facility. They still bringing everything up to par where they need to be at to play with the big boys. But they're in the Big 12. And then last but not least, if you're looking at University of Miami, Miami don't got them. They don't got the facilities. Now they got the players down there in Florida, in South Florida, but they ain't got the facilities. That's one thing that they don't got. So if it was any school that you had to look at, like what school would Coach Prime go to, if he had to choose a Florida school, I think it would be UCF or Florida. If you had to pick the two between who got the best facilities, who's gonna have UCF? They're gonna have a brand new stadium here in a second. So like, there's the two schools that I would choose: Florida State and Miami. I don't see him going there. Florida State already burned the bridges with Coach Prime, and it's gonna take a lot for that to happen. So you can see Coach Prime being at Colorado for 10 or 15 years, but it all depends on what Coach Prime want to do. But you got to be able to offer Coach Prime something that he don't got in Colorado that's gonna benefit him in a longer run. Because right now, it's not a problem. Now, what I can say is, if Coach Prime was to leave Colorado, I wouldn't say it would be football related. It would be somewhere because of his health issues that would cause him to move. That's what I would say. But I don't foresee Coach Prime just up and leaving because he got too many resources, he got too many opportunities, and he can do what he wants here in Colorado. And he's getting everything that he wants, and he's invested into the university. And so that's what a lot of people don't understand, right? When Coach Prime talks about, I want to help the University of Colorado get a baseball team, not only is he trying to get him a baseball team, but build a stadium. You know how much money you got to generate to do that? That's going to take some time. Can Coach Prime do it in a year? Yes, he can. But I don't see Coach Prime leaving until they got a baseball team. And with that baseball team, is going to come a softball team. So not only do they got to build a baseball stadium, but they got to build a softball stadium. So there's a lot of wins, and why Coach Prime is going to be here longer than what people are thinking. So all these people that's throwing this narrative off about the NFL, Coach Prime is trying to build something special here in Colorado where you don't need to leave. Coach Prime needs to bring more pressure off the edge. You're going to see a lot of difference this week. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all going to see a lot of difference. ESPN, Fox Sports 1 is going back and forth with who's talking about Coach Prime the most. Yes, they are. It's really a bidding war right now. Who can talk about Coach Prime the most and who can get him on their channel? Well, right now, Fox is winning because Fox has been able to get Coach Prime live on the show. So Fox is winning. But trust and believe, there's a reason why Stephen A is trying to come to Boulder this weekend. There's a reason why Stephen A. Smith is trying to come to Boulder this weekend. Because he's trying to battle for ESPN. He's trying to battle. So we going to see. Yeah, he's gonna be in Colorado for a little while. Prime just wants to be comfortable and do what he wants. That's facts. Florida got boosters and alumni backing. They do. And so it would be like if it was one of the schools I would pick, like if I'm in Coach Prime's schools, if I'm going back to Florida, I'm probably gonna pick Florida because they got the best out of all the Florida schools. I already know that. That's Coach Prime is in pain all the time. He just wants to be comfortable and do him. That's fine. Yes. What? Miami don't even own their own stadium. Man, I ain't finna get into that. I come in, we talk about – no, we're talking about Coach Prime, right? It was a question that was posed about Coach Prime. That's the reason why we talking about Miami. We're like, we talking about Colorado, but it's just playing to Coach Prime and talk about Miami. That's all. Calling it now, that boy Mike Marvell ain't winning nothing. We'll see. We gonna see. Yeah, you could tell when he walked, he's in pain. He's been in pain for years. Yes, that is for sure. He's been in pain for sure. I could see him getting a baseball team near the future. Colorado's going to donate the cash to make it. Listen, Coach Prime got so many people donating money to see you right now that stadium is going to get built faster than what they expected. Like the new baseball stadium, the new softball stadium, that's going to get built. And Coach Prime ain't leaving until those goals get hit. I promise you. He ain't going to come out publicly, say something, and then leave before it happens. So that's something that's definitely going to happen. bowl games bring in more money, right? Yes, bowl games do bring in a lot of money, but it also depends on what bowl games you playing in. If you playing in, the top six bowl games, which is like the New Year's Day bowl games and New Year's Eve, you're gonna rake in a lot of money from that. But it don't really matter what bowl game Colorado plays in, they're going to generate a lot of freaking money. Could you imagine to see Colorado versus Florida State in a bowl game? Woo! Woo! You talking about generating some money. Oh my God. Shannon Sharpe is glued between Stephen A. and Coach Prime. Listen, they're going to find a way. They're going to find a way. They are going to find, ESPN is going to find a way to get in with Coach Prime, man. They know they're behind the 8 ball. They know they're behind the 8 ball. I know someone that met Stephen A. in person that says he's a hey, man, when you start to get money, man, you start to get power, you start to get fame, man, you act whatever way you want to. It's always, I'll say this, I've always had a dream just to go debate Stephen A. Smith. Just one time. I just wanted to debate Stephen A. Smith just to give him the business just one time, right? I just wanted to do it just for fun, man. I've always had that dream, man. I'm going to meet Stephen A. Smith and I'm going to debate him. But, hey, you never know. It might be this weekend. If he pull up, it might be this weekend. You never know. But I would love to debate Stephen A. Smith for sure. And another person I would love to debate is Skip Bayless. I would love to go at Skip Bayless. Boy, would I love to get at Skip Bayless, man. Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, I would love to debate them too. But you never know, man. God works in mysterious ways. You never know what happened. It can happen. We going to find out, though. The only way I see Coach Prime leaving Colorado is if Saban retires and the person asks him to. No, he's not doing that. I don't see that happening at all whatsoever. No, sir. No, sir. And the only reason I'm saying that I don't see that happening is because Alabama will not give Coach Prime all that power. They will not give Coach Prime all the access with all those cameras. They are not doing that. No, sir. That is one place they will not give Coach Prime that access. You can forget that one. Hey, Miss Jennifer, you can forget that one. That ain't happening. Yes, bowl games are just bragging rights and money. That's really what it is. Glorified game and money. The way behind Fox Sports having the playmaker Michael Irvin on the show was give back. Yes, that does help though. But you also got to remember though, right? It ain't just about Michael Irvin that's on the show, right? Richard Sherman is one of the people that, Prime took under his wings. Prime really rocked with a lot of people that's at Fox Sports. He really rocked with a lot of people at Fox Sports. That's not to say he don't rock with people on ESPN, but he really rocked with a lot of people at Fox Sports. So, hey, Coach said it's just a celebration coming to Boulder this weekend along with OV recruits. It's going to be a party for sure. Hey, when I tell y'all that Boulder's going to be rocking this weekend, Boulder is going to be rocking this weekend. Man, I'm gonna try to do a blog, man. I'm gonna try to do a blog for y'all, but Boulder will be rocking all day Saturday. I can tell you, they're probably gonna do a prep rally on Friday. They're gonna have the Fox show there Saturday morning, but it is going to be rocking in Boulder. It's gonna be a lot crazier than what y'all seen at TCU. Y'all thought TCU was doing something. It's gonna be crazy in Boulder this weekend. I feel like Coach Prime is done whatever I feel like Coach Prime is done whenever he leaves CU. Yeah, I don't really see him going off and doing something major, right? I really don't see that. The only way to beat Skip Bayless is to tell him oh, man. The only way to beat Skip Bayless is to tell him he sucks in basketball. He'll shut up. Hey, listen. He ain't really been doing too much talking lately, though. Ever since the playmaker and Richard Sherman and Keyshawn been there, he ain't been doing too much talking. He been a little quiet. He been piping down because he ain't the man no more up there. He ain't the man up there no more. And you see, right? they got rid of the moderators, right? Why did he get rid of the moderators? Because they always get to a Skip. Because Skip, man, he all about being right, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He got a little different attitude now. He got them big boys up there. Majority of CU's 24 class is coming in for the Nebraska game. Might see some commitments this weekend. Hey, speaking of recruits, hey, you might see some commitments for sure. But I ain't gonna tell you who, but you might see some commitments. And there's some other players working their way to Boulder that ain't said nothing publicly, but I know. But I ain't gonna spoil it. I'm gonna let them be there, and I'm gonna just say that. But you might get some commitments this weekend. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Can't spoil it because I don't like spoiling a player's opportunity and what's coming. But what I can tell you, we got some dogs on the way. We got some dogs on the way for sure. Juju Johnson is going to spin it back. Hey, listen. If LSU look like they did this weekend, Juju Johnson might not have no choice but to spin the block. He might not have no choice but to spin the block. But I can tell you something about something. Don't be surprised if you see somebody in Boulder that you ain't expecting. And I guarantee you, this player plays in Florida right now. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm going to say on that pop. Shannon and Skip is the best show on Sports Network. Undisputed is overrated and unwatchable. I kind of agree with you, Chris, on that part. I kind of agree with you. Now, to be real with you, I kind of agree with you. But it has its ups and downs, right? It has its ups and downs with it. I would say that. It has its ups and downs. Number three is going to bring along some of more Heisman candidates. Number three. So, yeah. Them Florida boys still coming. Yes, them Florida boys is coming. But what I will say, there is a player in Florida. Don't be surprised if he pull up this weekend. I'm not going to say who this player is, but don't be surprised if you get a player from Florida pull up this weekend. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't like giving away people's recruitment and things like that. But just know, don't be surprised. What up, Countdown? I don't see Ellis coming to Colorado. I didn't say no names. I didn't say no names, no players. I just said don't be surprised if a certain player from Florida pull up this weekend in Boulder. Come on, Rob. What you mean, Countdown? I just know something. I just can't tell you what it is, you know? Hey, can't get – hey, I like things to come out publicly, you know, but it's some behind the scenes things I be knowing before time. I just can't give you everything, right? I know, you know, I just can't break it out. Rob, we already know it's Lester. Hey, you said it, Zion, not me. You said it. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if somebody pull up. Because just suspect we might be getting some commitments. That's all I'm going to say. If you know what I mean. But we going to see. Come soon. But shout out to Coach Prime, man. Shout out to the Colorado Buffaloes. I got my Floridas just like, hey, listen, Zion, I ain't said nothing about nothing. I just said don't be surprised. I might be too old to understand the game these days or when I play, but can kids still transfer during the start of the season with the college? You could transfer whenever you like. That don't mean you're going to play, but you could transfer whenever you like. It just don't mean you're going to play. Like right now, if you transfer, it's because you know that there ain't no opportunity, but you're going to have a lot to explain if you transfer right now. Now, once 4 games have been played, you will start to see a lot of players start to put themselves in the transfer portal, start to transfer, start to get dismissed from teams, start to redshirt. Like after 4 games, that's when you're gonna really find out who's staying, who's leaving, who's there for the long haul, who's not, right? Because that's when the redshirt start to kick in after the 4 games. So we're gonna see. Lester already made it public that he's coming for the Nebraska game on his IG Live. He said what he said. It could be that's what I'm talking about. It could not be that's what I'm talking about. I just say it. Don't be surprised if some Florida players pop up this weekend. That's how I see it. Who those players gonna be? That's another question. But honestly, after watching Lester, he doesn't seem like a top corner in my books. He's not the top corner in the class, though. So that's what I would say. Trying to make sure I go through everything. Got my notes written down. You know what I'm saying? Got my notes written down for Nebraska. But how do y'all feel about Colorado being ranked this week? How do you guys feel about Colorado being ranked this week? I need to know. Let me know how y'all feel. Colorado's ranked. If you don't know, ESPN got them ranked 21. The AP got them ranked 22. And Coaches Poll got them ranked 25. So how do y'all feel about CU being ranked in the top 25 this week? If A&M has another bad season, we definitely getting some of those defensive linemen that Nick Williams connected. Nick Williams recruited a majority of those defensive linemen at Texas A&M. So, to be honest with you, it don't really matter if some of these teams win or lose. It really don't matter. It's about opportunity. If they smart and they want to put themselves in the best situation, then we talk about – I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it, Mr. Nicole. If any player is smart, right, and you don't have the NIL deal that you want, right, at your school that you have right now, you're not getting the opportunity that you want right now. If anybody, you are trying to find out if I go in this portal and see you going to call me. That's what you need to find out. Because exposure, NIL deals are going to be there, and it's going to be through the roof. Colorado's going to keep winning, and it's going to create more NIL deals. It's going to create more opportunities, and you're going to see a lot of players leave their school and their situation they in to come to Boulder. And when they get to Boulder, we're going through the roof. But what I'm telling you right now, if it's anybody that Coach Prime is looking for right now, he's looking for more dogs in those trenches. He's looking for more dogs in those trenches. Has Cormani got a deal? Best believe Cormani has an NIL deal. Whether he publicly come out and say it or not, that's a different story. But he definitely got an NIL deal. That's for sure. So Slusher is not playing this weekend. If you don't know, Coach Prime stated in his press conference that he is not playing this weekend. There is a possibility that he might have to have surgery. It's going to be a minor procedure. If it's a minor procedure that he's going to have done, he'll probably be out 2 to 4 weeks. But, you know, long as he's back for the main stretch of the run when we need him, that's all that matters. But with Slusher being hurt right now, is giving opportunities for whoever's in that back of road to step up and take yours, right? If you don't step up and take yours, you're gonna get passed up. You're going to get passed up. But Slusher is hurt. There's a possibility he's gonna do some testing and things like that. He might need surgery. He may or may not need surgery. So don't make it definite that he needs surgery, but there's a possibility that he might need surgery to clean up whatever the injury is. I know a little bit more detail, but I can't disclose that because it ain't out publicly, so I don't want to disclose any injuries or any news like that because you never know who's watching the show. So, can't disclose some information. So, we're going to leave it at that. Slush is out for the week. He may or may not have to have surgery. We're gonna leave it at that. Shedeur, NILs went up 2.5 million and now estimated at 3.8. Travis went up 300K with NILs. Listen, NIL deals are gonna be coming all year long. All they gotta do is keep winning. It's gonna come all year long, baby. That's gonna be intriguing. A lot of high school folks coming and playing. So keep in mind, right? A lot of these recruits are coming in this week, and there's a lot of recruits coming in next week. And then the list is gonna get even crazier at the end of the month for USC game, right? Coach Prime ain't taking that many kids out of high school. So you get an offer this weekend, you might want to commit because your spot might be gone. I'm telling you this right now. If you get an offer from this weekend from the University of Colorado, you might want to consider committing. I'm telling you this right now for the last time. If you get a scholarship offer from the University of Colorado this weekend, you might want to commit this weekend because that opportunity might be gone by the end of this month. It might be gone by the end of this month. And the only way you keep waiting is you gotta be a purified dog that's either in the trenches or elite at the skill position. And that's gonna be tough. I was wondering what Slusher injury was. They're not gonna disclose the injury. They don't enter the portal unless CU guarantees them a spot, like USC did for those dogs. Listen, anybody that wants to come to Colorado, the player is not talking to Colorado. People, parents, aunties, uncles, former coaches, somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody at Colorado is hitting them up like, hey, so-and-so not happy if so-and-so they not happy where they at right now. Hey, if they was getting the portal, would y'all go at them? All right, that's what the conversation is right now. There are so many people right now that's hitting up Colorado like, hey, if I go in this portal, y'all got a spot for me. It ain't a rocket science. If you in the trenches, offensive and defensive line, you more than likely you might get that call. If you at the skill position, you really got to bring something to the table where they feel like you can come in and start. If they don't feel like you can come in and start and be a depth piece, they ain't messing with you. So a lot of people are doing their homework. Technical T, what's happening? Hey, Miss Ronnie Cole. You good. You know how we be on live. See, you probably going to make some phone call. Probably going to get some phone call. Listen, the phone calls have been made for the longest. People been making this phone call for a long time. You just ain't going to know about it. But if you see some random Joe or some star player going to the portal, best believe they didn't got on that phone and say, hey, Coach Prime, hey, I really want to come there. Hey, what I need to do? All right, cool. Like, that's really what the phone call is. A player cannot directly call Coach Prime or CU unless they're in the transfer portal, right? They didn't say that nobody familiar to this situation can't call. Whether that's a friend, whether that's an associate, whether it's a coach, whether it's uncle, auntie, grandma. Like, if you know somebody, anything is possible. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm committed to Colorado. I'm a professional bag carrier for the Hey, Mac, you funny for that. Hey, they make me want to get in transfer portal. I ain't got no. Hey, listen, Cole, what you need, man? What you need? I'm just trying to bring exclusive content. What you need, Coach? I got whatever you need, baby. Let's go. You need me to carry that Louis? Mac, like, you need me to carry that Louis? I got you, Coach. But now on the real, just get back focused, man. Looking at this week for Nebraska, right? Nebraska's already down. They starting wide receiver. They top starting wide receiver, right? They second lead receiver. They second top receiver didn't have any catches last week, which is number one. They're gonna try to find a way to get him the ball. They got a couple freshmen that they're gonna try to get the ball. They best freshman is number 22. So they're gonna try to get him the ball, man. So a lot of things from this Nebraska, man. We gotta come in. ready to stop this run, ready to shut that down, make them pass the ball. Edge rushers and edge rushers and our defense line in general control the line of scrimmage. Control the line of scrimmage to let our linebackers go and play fast. Let our linebackers go out and play fast. Yes, he tore his ACL. That is true. The starting wide receiver did tear his ACL. And it was like, you know what's crazy about when he tore his ACL? He tore his ACL at the end, like towards the end of the game. Like the game was getting ready to end when somebody just literally just ran to his knee and blew his knee out. It didn't even happen at the beginning of the game. It literally happened at the end of the game where somebody just ran to his knee and blew it out. But yeah, he tore it. Nebraska quarterback needs to play running back somewhere. He could just play. We can just play. Listen, we are going to play man a lot this game. So expect to see a lot of the backup players play this week. Expect to see a lot of backup players play this weekend. And just expect it. Because we're going to be rotating, right? We're going to keep our defensive line fresh. Like what we did last week was we wanted a playoff lineup, right? What I mean by playoff lineup was we didn't rotate and we didn't sub a lot. We just stay with our main guys. When our main guys start to wear down, we start creating bigger and bigger holes to run through. So now this week, the lesson that they learned from, man, listen, just keep subbing on defense. Keep finding fresh bodies on defense until we find the right combination that's going to go out there and dominate. And that's going to be the main focus this week. Come out and dominate. This is personal. As Coach Prime say, it is personal this week. You best believe we're taking this to a whole nother level. If Bentley can't redeem himself this weekend, they're going to bench him. Zion. You know how I feel about that. I'm just going to leave that alone because you know how I feel. They probably use DK to spy on the quarterback. Don't just think about DeMar Kennedy. You better be thinking about Juju Mitchell. Don't be surprised if both of them in the game at the same time and they just go headhunting. Don't be surprised if they just go headhunting. Don't be surprised because I can see them double blitzing with both of them to go get the quarterback and then have Roger Ward spawn in the middle of the field or Trevor Woods spawn in the middle of the field and put Roger Ward deep with Shiloh in the game. You're going to see a lot of Roger Ward this week, number 29. You're going to see him flying up that screen this week. Hey, Slush ain't playing. Oh, you about to see Roger Ward. You about to see Roger Ward come out and be doing some things. If y'all seen the well off, I know y'all seen DeMar Kennedy out there on defense a lot and on those clips. You can't take everything for everything out of well off, but I'm telling you right now, they gonna put that speed on them linebackers out there. They finna put some speed out there, and they finna go head hunting right now. True, that Nebraska quarterback is an athlete. He's not a quarterback. Yeah, we want him throwing the ball. All we want him doing is sit back here. Oh man, and he try to go one way and spin, boom, and we just lay that wood on him every time. But we gotta contain. We gotta build a wall where he can't just go take off the middle, or our edge rushers rush too far up the field where it creates a big gap for him to escape out of. That's what we can't happen. They need to give Nebraska a heavy dose of that running back room. You are going to see us run the ball. You are going to see us run the ball. That's one of the things that they focus on offense this week is how can we get the running game started? And the missing assignments they had on offense where Shedeur didn't make some reads. He gonna clean that up. Shedeur want to be perfect. He wants to be perfect. He wants perfection. He wants to be at a high level, elite level. So expect greatness out of Shedeur Sanders and him operating his offense. And keep in mind, when Shedeur's out there reading that defense and he's looking around, hey, one thing for sure, Shedeur is going to check us into the right play in the right situation. You can believe that. I'm going to be Coach Prime Professional. Hey, man, you wild. Mac, you wild, man. You wild, man. Nah, say how you feel. Don't hold back, Rob. Hey, listen. I ain't gonna hold back, dog. I ain't gonna hold back. But what I will say, hey, take advantage of your opportunities. I don't care if you're on the offensive side or defensive side. If you get into this game in Nebraska, take advantage of your opportunities. Hey, listen. Travis didn't practice today, right? Dylan Edwards didn't practice today, right? Did y'all see who was in that starting lineup when they was running ones? How about Mr. Willie Gaines? How about Mr. Willie Gaines? I expect Mr. Willie Gaines to have some time this week. I expect Tavarius Dawson to have some more time this week. I expect our freshmen to have some time this week. So be on the lookout. Y'all might see number 20 take off on somebody. Take out to the house. Take out to the house like he shot out like a rocket. You might see it. I hope they both in the game at the same time. I do too. Jeff Sims is turnover prone. Yes, he is. He really, really is. But we got pressure. We got to get pressure on him. We got to make him do things that he ain't comfortable doing, right? And if we know anything about anything, you want Jeff Sims rolling left. Every time he runs, we want him rolling left. Make him roll left, and if he has to throw it, he's got to throw it across his body and sling that thing. So you know it's going to be an interception because it's going across the middle of the field. So, hey, we coming. We coming for his head. That's all I'm saying. We coming for his head. Matt Rhule just saw what happened to that reporter and didn't want that smoke anymore. His whole energy check. Listen, Matt Rhule out there backpedaling like he Deion Sanders for sure. He out there backpedaling like, hey, man, I'm Deion Sanders today. Hey, I don't want none of that smoke, coach. I hope y'all a top 10 team, man. Y'all did y'all thing. That boy over there backpedaling like he's straight Deion Sanders for sure. He moonwalking, backpedaling at the same time, man. Like, come on, dog. You had all that energy and all this running your mouth for months. We get to the week of now is you want to backpedal. You want to moonwalk out what you said. Nah, dog. Don't do that, baby. Keep that same energy you had. Keep that same energy you had. Because guess what? You know we got the receipts, baby. You know we got the receipts. So if we got the receipts, you might as well just keep the same smoke that you got. Because we coming for you anyway. It's already personal. It's been personal, right? We just have to wait till the week of. It's been personal. But are you ready for this show that we about to put on you? Don't backpedal. Don't try to say, oh, Colorado might beat us. They're top 10. Nah, bro. Keep that same energy. Because we want all that energy that you had. We want to show you just like we showed TCU. Go ahead and run your mouth. Because after we done with you, the next hit list that we got for Oregon, we're not overpassing CSU, but because the head coach, leaving those receipts out there, and I got the video because I made a video of that coach talking that yet. I got the smoke from from Matt Rhule. I got the receipts. I got the receipts from the Oregon coach. So hey, guess what? Let's go ahead and take care of business. This is mission number 2, another business trip, but we at home this time. So we finna take care of business at home, and then we finna get ready for this next one. That's what we about to do. Jeff Sims is gonna be sucking wind. Not sure is he even gonna play at the high altitude. So good luck to them running around in that thin air. Listen, if you think that it's just gonna be Jeff Sims, the whole roster about to be sucking wind. Because when we start with that up tempo, if you actually listen, like if anybody actually went and listened to Matt Rhule's press conference, right? He already told you they struggled with with up tempo. So could you imagine what the up tempo finna be this week? Could you imagine what we finna really do when we get up to that up tempo? Hey, it's gonna be touchdown city. We finna have a party in the end zone. All the touchdown celebrations, Get ready for it, because y'all about to see a lot of touchdown celebrations this weekend. A lot of them. But don't underestimate the opponent, which we're not. We're not underestimating them. But our firepower that we got on offense and what we do and how we operate with Shedeur Sanders back there quarterback, they better be watching. They better be watching. Willie Gaines is definitely going to see that field for sure. Nebraska going game plan from last week's game, and CU's going to put all new players out there on the field. Listen, I'll tell you this, right? They going to see us rotate so much that they ain't even going to know what's coming to them, because everybody think they know, like, oh, man, they ain't really got that much speed until you get out there in that field and that speed get different. You know what I'm ready to see? I'm really ready to see Jimmy hit that thing in the fifth gear and just take off. Like, Jimmy at TCU, he was just cruising. He ain't never get that thing to the third or fourth gear. I'm ready to see him get to that fifth gear on them. Catch that thing and just accelerate and get up out of there. Just accelerate. I hope Harrison plays. What up, days to come? Rob, I want to see more of DB Harris, Jordan Dominic after the quarterback, like TJ Watts. So the thing about the reason why you didn't see a lot of Jordan Dominic was because he was hurt and he just came back. So that's the reason why you really didn't see a lot of Jordan Dominic. This week, you should see a lot more of Jordan Dominic. Jordan Dominic should be the one that's starting this week. He should be starting this week. So you're going to see a lot. That's what I said. Our defense is going to be a lot different than what you seen last week, because a lot of players that didn't play last week are going to play this week. And you're going to see a lot of difference, a lot of tempos change, offense and defensively. Hey, Matt Rule, I'm trying to tell you, Matt Rule out there doing that Michael Jackson moonwalk. Just, doing that moonwalk, shaking his shoulders and everything, out of there. He said, I don't want no smoke with Coach Prime, man. I seen what he did to those reporters, baby. I don't want no smoke whatsoever. Just moonwalking out of there. Rob, I like DB Harris. He's good at stopping the run. Hey, listen, here's a name that y'all forgetting about because y'all ain't seen him. Savell Smalls. He is a great run stopper. Savell Smalls is somebody that's a key player that I got going into this weekend as one of my key players, as my sleeper, not my key players. Savell Smalls is one of my sleepers for this week. He's going to put on the show this week. I got to put it on the show. I can't wait till the portal opens. You think Wallace is going to be a bust? Wallace. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting with that transfer report. I'm trying to think who Wallace off the top of my head. But you are going to see, once the portal gets open, things are going to get interesting. And Coach Prime, he ain't hard to find. You and Colin meeting up. Yes, me and Colin will be meeting up when he get here. If y'all don't know, I'm in Colorado. But me and Colin are gonna link up. John the Liquidator should be here. So don't be surprised if you see a live with me, Colin, Big Dog Chico, and John the Liquidator all on one show. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, because everybody gonna be here. I'm already here. So don't be surprised if y'all see a big collab with all the content creators. We all live at the same time. So don't be surprised. Remember TCU players saying CU put out too much content weekly? Listen, you could fall into the trap. You could fall in the trap. You will not see what you think we gonna do on game day on them clips from Well Off. Them are just basic plays. So if you pick up on some just basic plays, the game plan, what we really finna do, you crazy. You crazy. You ain't about to see it. Oh, yeah, we definitely want all the smoke. Matt sounded like he had no confidence in that interview. Listen, he ain't got no confidence in his team whatsoever. That's why he giving all the praise to CU, because he ain't got no confidence. Like, but like behind closed door, he probably told his team, like, listen, hey boys, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna do this interview for you guys. But Our game plan is we're gonna have a solid game plan for this week. You know, we're gonna be better out of week 2, going into week 3, guys. I know that we're playing CU. I know they're getting all the fame right now, but guess what, boys? We're gonna be on national TV. We're in Boulder. It's a rivalry game, and we're gonna get out to them boys. That's exactly what Coach. That's exactly what Matt Rule probably said to them boys. But get on camera and be like, nah, dog. They're a top 10 team. You got to give them the respect. You know what Coach Prime is doing, man. You just got to respect it. You know, it's they got into the transfer portal and they got everything they need. That's just what it is. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Sean Lewis gonna have a feast on with Nebraska defense in Boulder. Not just he gonna have a feast. Shedeur Sanders gonna have a feast too. Them boys gonna be lining them up. Lining them up like Legos, lining them up. Lining them up. Jimmy was trying to finesse at TCU. Hey, man, I'm ready to see him get to that 5th gear, man. Just take off, man. I know you smooth, baby, but just take off on him for the one time, man. We want to see that electrifying speed, baby. We want to see that little Tyreek Hill where you get that thing and you just take off and say, deuces. That's all. Just give me one of them. Just give me one of them for Nebraska. I ain't asking for much. I just want you to see, hey, hit to that 5th gear and just take off like a rocket. Get up out of there and throw the deuces up. That's all. I really think they're going to use Jimmy and Weaver more. They expect Travis and Dylan time to switch up. Listen, I've been saying this. They're going to start using Jimmy like they're using Dylan. But you might not see it into that Oregon game, right? Because everybody game plan, right, is to take Travis and Dylan out the game. The problem is you ain't got the DBs to do it. You ain't got the DBs to do it. Because guess what? If you try to take Travis out the game plan, right, you got to deal with Javon Antonio. You got to deal with Weaver. You got to deal with Horn. You try to take Dylan out the game plan. Guess what? You got Alto. You got Smoke. You got Hank. You got Wilkinson. Come on, man. You going to have to give up something. You can't guard everybody. You can't double team everybody. You're going to have to give up something. And the way they're so creative with the offense, it's going to be hard for them to double Travis. It's going to be hard. Now, TCU, they just some fools because one thing about Sean Lewis, he going to find a way to get players matched up in the right places to take advantage of them. That's for sure. Ain't no way them boys losing their first home game. No, sir. No, sir. We ain't losing that first home game. That's for dang sure. It's going to be too many recruits in the building. Coach Prime is out to put on a show. He is out to put on a show. All we doing is mastering the plan right now. We are just mastering the plan right now. Mastering the plan to a high level. We finna have that thing rocking, mama. Coach Prime gonna be like, hey, you better tell him how we rocking, mama. Mama, we rocking, mama. You better tell him. Did Savell Smalls even play at TCU? No, he didn't play. But I can tell you one thing about this one. He gonna play this weekend because when we need them ends to be a run stopper, Savell Smalls that's one of his best attributes is a run stopper for sure. They need to run screens for Willie, Jimmy, and Dawson and watch them take off. Listen, I didn't like how Dawson came out when we ran screens for him because we did run some screens for him at TCU. I just don't like Dawson running screens, man. I'd rather him just catch a little out route and just get up out of there. I don't really like Dawson catching screens, man. I want to see Willie play running back. Hey, listen. Put Willie at running back and let him hit that Dylan route, that option route, boop, boop, and get up out of there on one of them linebackers. Take off. Chaz Wallace. No, Chaz Wallace holding down his own at TCU. Hey, Chaz Wallace. I like Chaz Wallace. John LeCroy in college did that thing last week. That's for sure, for sure. Let me see. What happened to he's fine. Nothing really happened to him. He's fine. He'll be out there. John LeCroy was all up in Bucky's face, and Bucky's felt like a superstar. Yeah, I seen that. They looking slick during the spring though. I want Matt Rule to get that same energy when he was a Husky show talking that talk. Hey, listen, that's all I'm asking, man. Listen, Matt Rule, do not switch up, bruh. Don't switch up, dog. If you gonna talk that talk and walk that walk, then don't get to game week and be like, nah. Well, see, what happened was, man, we better than we they're better than we thought they was. You know, I wasn't expecting them to come out with that speed. You know, but they're looking good, man. They should be a top 10 team. And you know, it's a great chance for us again. So we're gonna be up and we're gonna be ready for it. Nah, dog. I need you to have that same smoke, man, that you've been talking. We need all of that, dog. We need it all. Look like Landon Beebe is back in practice. Offensive line could be healthy. Listen, not just Landon Beebe. Do not forget about Mr. Jeremiah. Don't forget about Mr. Jeremiah that came from JUCO. They might get him some action. They might get him some action. That's all I'm going to tell you. They might get him some action. I'm not going to say Nebraska defense is bad. Nebraska has a solid good five up front between a front seven. They got a good solid five players they can really play. So I wouldn't say they bad, but they back into their defense, they DBs, they ain't it. It ain't it. It ain't it. But their front seven is solid. I'm not doing a score prediction this week at all. I didn't do it last week, but I'm not doing a score prediction. I want to see J5 hit that corner and slide. Hey, that's all I'm asking for, man. Give me one of them, J5. Give me one, dog. Give me one. Sean Lewis probably holding back so much that Oregon. Hey, listen. The things that we going to run at Oregon and USC, we ain't seen it yet. We ain't seen it. We ain't seen the formations. We ain't seen how they're going to utilize players. You ain't seen none of that. Why show it? If you can beat teams and not show them a lot of things on film, don't show it. Keep people guessing, because each week you got to guess what we going to do. You got to guess how we going to game plan for you. It ain't a mystery on our end. The mystery's on everybody else's end of what we going to do. So we holding back a lot of stuff. We holding back a lot of plays, formations of what we going to do offensive-wise, and that's for sure. CU has too many great receivers. They do. Do you think CU's D-line is Coach Sal's pick or what he has to work with? No, Coach Sal is the one who's picking who's in the game. He's running all down to Nick Williams on who to put in the game, who not, because Coach Sal is in the box. So he's not even on the field. He's running all down to Nick Williams on who needs to be in the game. They're not stupid, but I will say they probably going to rotate more on that defensive tackle position than what they've been doing. I can say that. Did anyone see Coach Sal cuss out the little dude from CU and the administrator was carrying his bag? Hey, did anybody see Coach Prime's security guard trying to take off on that the camera guy? Did anybody see Coach Prime's security trying to take off on the camera guy at TCU going up the elevator? That was hilarious. Coach Prime's security guard straight trying to take off on the camera guy. The camera guy is like that. Yeah, it's like that. Boy, I was busting out laughing. Have you heard anything about CU band? What's the plan for the Nebraska game? TCU band was lit. Hey, I put a little snippet. On my Twitter page, which is called X, about the CU band. Hey, the CU band, they ready. I'm gonna tell you this. Coach Prime had that talk with that CU band. He sprinkled a little salt and pepper on that thing. He sprinkled a little swag on that thing. They sound a little bit different than what they sound like last year. I can tell you that much. Nebraska's only chance is to run and slow the clock. Yeah, so with the rule of how the NCAA changed the rule to speed up the game, right? The clock don't stop until under 2 minutes under each half. So Nebraska is going to try to run the ball and limit possession. all we gotta do is stop the run. Because listen, we stop the run, they gotta punt that thing. And when they punt that thing, it's time to take off. It's time to take off. We in that thing. So you definitely gonna surprise everyone that who hasn't been paying attention. That's yes. JB should play a lot too. JB should play a lot on defense. The offensive line, Jeremiah is a big boy. Hey, he gonna crack that rotation here soon. Jeremiah is going to crack that offensive line rotation here soon. Do you know who's playing on the defensive line on the last series? They stopped TCU. I know JD, D-Mac was on the edge. Who was the middle? No. So on the edge was DV Harris. DV Harris was the one who got the pressure. It was DV Harris, D-Mac. Dang, I can't think who the other. I cannot think who's a defensive tackle at that point in time. But DV Harris was the one who got the pressure on the quarterback. Do you think Tyler Brown plays this year? The answer to your question is all going to depend on what the NCAA does to the wide receiver at North Carolina. If they grant the wide receiver at North Carolina and approve his waiver, I think you might see Tyler Brown play this year. It's still up in the air, but anything is possible. That's all I'm going to say. It's not a guarantee. We ready to see Nico Reed. Man, we're going to turn that boy out the frame, boy. We're going to turn that boy out the frame. We're going to abuse him. We're going to abuse him. Nick Williams had me crying when he was crying. Hey, Nick Williams get emotional, baby. He get emotional. Big LT was hiding. Nico Reed left CU because Travis Hunter was saucing him up in spring camp. Listen, he going to get that smoke. He going to get that smoke. Hey, Coach Prime, security guard, he was really talking that talk. Hey, dog, you don't want that, dog. That cameraman almost hit him with that Friday. Nope, they got up out of that thing for sure. Prime security guard wanted all the smoke with him. It's like that. Yeah, it's like that. I'm just a cameraman. Hey, I'm just a cameraman. Hey, you better not put that camera all up in Coach Prime's face no more. I promise you that. He was with the smoke with him, boy. Yeah, he was messing with Sam. One thing for sure, if you mess with Sam or Coach Prime, his security own it. He own it. You ain't getting close to Coach Prime with his security guard. Try it if you want to. You might end up on the wrong side that you don't want to mess up on. He was with it. That's the first time I heard the security guard talk. Listen. I don't think you want to hear him talk no more. That's for sure. They forgot Coach Prime's security guards are cops. Listen, they want that smoke. It's interest for those who left are forgotten. Listen, a lot of it's amazing to me how people be like, all these players left Colorado. How about some of these players just flat out quit and left on their own? Coach Prime didn't have to do nothing, right? Coach Prime didn't even have to have a conversation with a lot of these players. They just left. But I guarantee you, they watching Colorado on film dang, dog, we could have been there. That could have been us. We could have been in there shining. We could have been there balling. But, it is what it is. Anybody notice Sam getting a little big? Sam been working. Listen. Sam was like, man, Coach Prime ain't finna outbeat me no more on them pull-up, dog. He been trying to get right on them pull-ups. Sam is getting big, man. Sam been taking that crib. He been working out. He been taking his vitamins. He been doing his thing because he Coach Prime ain't finna beat me no more. Next time I challenge Coach Prime, I'm gonna beat him. Guess what? Coach Prime gonna beat you again. Coach Prime gonna beat you again. It's coming. That cameraman tried to. I promise you, it won't be no cameraman try to get into it with Sam no more. Now if Coach Prime security around, they ain't gonna try it. But Sam can hold his own now. He ain't got that weight on him. Nebraska can't pass it all. No, sir. No, sir. We want to see Nebraska pass. Listen, we want Nebraska passing between 25 to 40 times throughout the game. They're passing between 25 and 40 times throughout the game. You know we win about 14 plus. I'm telling you this right now. You know we win about 14 plus. Do you see some of CU players going to jump in the portal? If yes, who? Somebody gonna hit the portal. The question, to answer your question, it's too early to tell who's gonna hit the portal, but somebody's gonna hit the portal. I'm telling this for a reason. There's so many players that's gonna leave because they graduate transfers, and so many more people are going to the draft, right? When they see the players that's coming in and the opportunity they might have, you're gonna see some players hit the portal. You're going to see some players hit the portal. Now, who those players are gonna be is gonna be interesting. Will the numbers be high on who's gonna hit the portal? I don't believe the numbers gonna be high this year. I can say it's probably gonna be between 10 to 15 players hit the portal at the most. I don't see more than 15 players hitting the portal, but it all depends on how everything plays out this year. Did you get the opportunities that you wanted or needed? Or did you graduate from CU where you could transfer somewhere else where you could play immediately? That's going to be the thing. Coach Prime Security is a law enforcement. Don't get it. They don't get it. Hey, man, they going to keep trying, dog. Keep trying till you get your head busted off. Did you hear? Did I hear you correct that Landon Beebe was hurt and couldn't play? And that's why, yes. So something happened like pregame or the day before where Jack Bailey wasn't able to play against TCU, but he's back at practice. He should be good to go this weekend. So you should see Landon Beebe play this week. Coach Prime had them goons ready. Cameraman got checked. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Travis made Nico quit. Facts. That is pure facts. He didn't make Nico quit because Nico ain't had that dog in him. Hey, man, if you ain't got that dog in you, come on, man. Don't come talk that talk, man. Especially Travis like that. Ain't Travis gonna talk that smack to you. You see what he did to Breelove? Hey, Breelove, you gonna be on special teams, bro. Your name is Barbecue Breelove. You gonna be on special teams, bro. And that's how Travis was treating Nico. Hey, bro, if you stay here, you gonna be on special teams. Because, hey, Nico knew them dogs was coming in. He knew what was coming in. Them players who left punches the air. Yeah, they definitely left punches in the air. Like, dang, man. They know they blew an opportunity. The crazy thing, though, Nico Reed could have still started at CU as QB. No, sir. Nico Reed wasn't starting. Nico Reed was not starting. You thought, listen, if you thought Breelove got some smoke at practice, boy, what they would have did to Nico when he had to go against Weaver, Horn, Javon Antonio, oh, dog, they've been giving him the business at practice. They would have been giving him business. I don't think he starts over Cooper. I just do not see him starting over Cooper. I'm just being honest. I actually like Nico Reed. I don't think he's a bad player, but I don't think he would have beat Cooper out. I just don't think it. But that's just me. Nebraska only going to score. Man, they ain't scoring on no trick play, dog. They ain't scoring on no trick play, dog. We ain't doing that one. No, sir. No, sir. We're not doing that one. I wouldn't hit the portal, but if I had, I would have made sure to keep Coach Prime a part of my life connection or life changing. Listen, Coach Prime is a blessing, dog. Coach Prime is a blessing. Do you know how much opportunity and how many blessings that Coach Prime can like stir your way by having a connection? Do you know how silly it is for some of these players that left that Coach Prime could have blessed them with a better situation or a better opportunity, but they ran away from competition? Come on, man. A lot of these players ran away from opportunity and blessings. It's crazy. Hey, Big LT, I'm about to drop the links for you to join. Big LT, I'm about to drop the link for you to join. Hey, Zion, pull up too. If you don't, if it doesn't make sense to hit the portal when you can compete at CU, who is the national spotlight with all the NFL scouts visiting Colorado each week? They're better think twice about leaving CU. Hey, listen, there's going to be players that's going to think that they can outsmart the situation and be in a better situation. There are players in the program that think they didn't get the opportunity to do certain things, that they're going to get the opportunity somewhere else that's going to be in a better situation. And that's not going to be the case. I'm telling you right now. I mean, they score off Minnesota, which you play in that. Man, listen, I just don't see that happening this week, man. They come to bring them dogs, man. They come to bring them dogs. I just truly think that we gonna man up and we gonna do what we need to do and take off. And take off. Hey, Zion and Big LT pull up. But number 2 from TCU knew it. That's why he immediately had a conversation with Coach Prime after the game. He's going to the league. His thing about connection with Coach Prime is more about like league play, more than it's like him transferring or doing anything like that. I truly believe, I don't see him transfer. Newton, hey, he did his thing. He balled out. He went and accepted the challenge against Weaver. He went and accepted the challenge against Travis, and it took off. So we'll see. Even second string players will get their chance on the Bright State. Listen, all of our players, everybody that's going to dress should be able to get an opportunity this week. What up, Marcus? Everybody that's on the roster that's playing in this game should be able to have an opportunity, right? I don't care if it's our second string wide receivers, our second string DBs, our second string safeties, our second string linebackers, defensive line. The only thing that the people that might not get an opportunity is our backup offensive lineman, unless we up like 21. But outside of that, for the most part, you should see a lot of rotation from the wide receivers to the DBs to the linebackers to the defensive line. You should see a lot. Everybody should play at least a couple reps this week. Yes, everybody should. So we're going to see. Hey, Miss Regina. Hey, Big LT and Zion, pull up. I think Nico is starting at Oregon. I don't think he would have started at CU, though. I like Nico Reed. Don't get me wrong. I like Nico Reed, but I don't think that he would have started at CU. I just don't believe it. I don't think, because I think he still needed more technique and more work, and he didn't have that it factor and that dog in him. And that's what Coach Prime wanted out of him. If you quit because of Travis Hunter getting on you, what you going to do in the game? What are you going to do in the game? If you quit, right? If you quit because of Travis Hunter, you're going to quit in the game. Because y'all see like every time Fox showed like our wide receivers getting up, you see how TCU DBs and wide receivers was talking to our cornerbacks and our wide receivers. Hey, won't smoke. I was surprised the backup QB was the freshman who came in and earned it. Well, a part of that had to play with, right? He was there during the spring game, right? And then the JUCO quarterback came in so late. He came in late. But that plays a part in you get there in the springtime, you get there in January, it just gives you more opportunity. Big LT was hiding, baby.
What's going on, brother? What's going
Not
on? What's
much,
going on,
man.
chat?
Just want to get your thoughts on the Nebraska game, man.
Man, I see a beat session coming down. That's what I see. I think
What do
it's
you
gonna look ugly, man.
what do you see as the big opportunities?
Um, I see a big opportunity for the youngsters to get in, bro. For Prime to show off what he, you know what I'm saying, show off a little bit of what he got. You know what I mean, a little bit more of that Louis luggage. You know what I mean, and I think we might see a little might, I don't know. I know McCaskill want to get in so bad, bro, because he see how much Dylan is getting off, and McCaskill, he people don't get it, mistaken. McCaskill is the number one back, even though Evans is getting off like he is. You know what I mean? McCaskill is still the number one back.
Oh,
You know
for
what I'm talking
sure.
about?
That's what they brought up.
And,
That's what they brought him in for.
right.
All right,
And I mean,
give me 1 second. I'm gonna answer this question right quick.
go ahead,
The
bro.
Don Cash. Why is Jackson State people so ungrateful? Don't group
Man,
them. Don't group them all together. That's what I would say
right,
because
right.
it's a split. 50% of them are proud of Coach Prime, and 50% of them like dislike Coach Prime. But it's like,
Hmm.
how could you hate Coach Prime? You know how much Coach Prime thing changed a lot of y'all lives. You know how much money, how much economics, how much exposure that Coach Prime brought to y'all.
And my much money brought to the city.
Bro, he brought so much city. He changed that city entirely. Entirely.
Hmm.
He he
You gotta,
he flowed they like you can't be mad at Coach Prime. I'll say it like this. Coach Prime would have stayed at Jackson State if they would have treated him right. And
I don't know.
what I mean by treat him right, right? When Coach Prime asking y'all what y'all doing with the money that y'all making off these football games, and y'all hiding how much money y'all really making, that's a problem, right?
Yeah,
Because Coach
yeah.
Prime is the one who helping y'all get this money, and then y'all going around sneaking around trying to act like there ain't no money when Coach Prime ain't stupid, man. He ain't an idiot, bro. You got 60,000 people in the stands, and the tickets are $100, right? Just think logically about that. How much money is that, right? Each game. And then you trying to act like y'all ain't made no money. So y'all giving away tickets, or people really paying for tickets? And that was the biggest issue that Coach Prime had with them was it was about the finances. They wasn't being honest about the finances. All they had to do was be honest about the finances. Coach Prime would have stayed one. I'm saying Coach Prime would have stayed one more year. I'm not saying he would have stayed more than one more year, but he did what he had to do to accomplish it. What he needed to do at Jackson State. And so for him seeking an opportunity, this was a great blessing for Coach Prime going to Colorado because they gave him the resources that Jackson State couldn't give him, and he took advantage of that. So I would say, don't say all Jackson State fans, because it's only a percentage of Jackson State fans that feel some type of way. Go ahead, Big LT.
Right,
I just had to address
right.
that.
Nah, nah. You right, man. I don't really don't. I think he would have stayed another year or maybe two. I'm gonna put it like this. If I ain't gonna touch on they what they had going on as far as what was happening around the schoolhouse or within the program or not whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? 'Cause that's their business. They get real touchy when you get to talking about stuff like that. Y'all of a sudden
Yeah.
you get to see little names popping up in the chat and stuff. You know what I mean? But
I One thing about me, man, I still support Jackson State. Like Coach Prime
oh
ain't
yeah,
got
on
no
me.
support,
Me too. Me too.
but I
I
just
watch
got to
the
keep it
game.
real on things like that, you know?
Yeah. No, it's real. Yeah, it's real, man. I, I, but I feel like if they would have not only Jackson State themselves, but if the SWAC as a whole would have got behind Prime and like in the commissioner, if he would have
Yep.
got right and we got on to be honest, they didn't take advantage of Prime while he was down there on that Prime effect.
Facts.
They didn't make no money. They didn't try. They not doing like CU putting all this stuff in the stores and making this got stuff outside the schoolhouse selling. And they waited too late. You know what I mean? Then there was a lot of behind the scenes stuff happening going on. Too much too much nigga stuff. You know what I'm saying? Black folks being black folks. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Not moving, not like you said, not handling the finance right, not doing what they supposed to be doing. And they don't. And a lot of times, man, a lot of like just like right now, how they what prime was going on at the prime, but the difference is Prime don't have to expose. He don't have to lift the rug up there in Power Five. When he was
Yep.
in HBCU, he had to lift the rug up, and a lot of roaches ran out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and there was a lot of crooked stuff, and they didn't want to. They didn't want, in order for HBCU to transition and move forward and become bigger and do what and they can get out the way of the complaining. That's what they saying is holding them back and all this and this and that. They had to expose a lot of dirty stuff and crookedness within black folks stuff, and they didn't want to, and they weren't ready to, especially a lot of them old heads. They didn't want to let like they go in prime. He ain't got no patience. He on the go. He ready to move right now. He ready to transition. He ready to make it pop. He was ready to take Jackson State to the next level,
Yeah.
to take them to a power, make them a power five. If he couldn't take the SWAC as a whole with nobody behind him, he would have tried to take the SWAC as a whole and try to move the whole SWAC up if he could. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Into like a conference or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to
I
help
say
them black people. See that he fool. He still don't be ignorant and think that he not still fooling with some of them black, like have some kind of connection with them black
hey,
folk down there.
I'll say this. Coach Prime is well connected, right? What people
Yeah,
don't realize, Coach Prime didn't just not only help JSU, but he helped the SWAC in a whole.
yeah. Come on, man.
All these players that wouldn't have chosen HBCU, they chose HBCU because of Coach Prime, right? Even if they
Hey,
couldn't go to Jackson State, they still went to other surrounding schools that wasn't
yep.
Jackson State and
Alabama
took the
State,
opportunity.
man. Them schools recruiting and scholarships and enrollment all throughout the HBCU lands and SWAC rose at least by 5 to 10% while Prime was down there for them 2 to 3
Yeah,
years,
but it was the fact that like people felt like Coach Prime was bigger than everybody, and so that's where the issue came in. And so what I'm saying in that situation is, if everybody would have just got behind Coach Prime, everybody could have benefited from it, right?
man.
Even the
But you know
people.
what, man, bro? Let not to cut you off, man. This is a very touchy. I ain't even got to be looking in the chat, but I know the urge is out there. This is a very touchy story. Let's get on Nebraska, man. I know, man. I don't wanna offend. You know what I'm saying? Say the wrong thing and offend,
Well,
the
I say,
wrong
hey,
listeners
Big
that's a
LT, I'll
prime
say this:
fan.
we'll save it for my Sunday show. My Sunday show, we just talk football in general, so it doesn't have to be about Colorado
Yeah,
anything.
man.
But I'll
'Cause,
just save it to
you know,
Sunday.
I,
But
I I know
to
how
get
people
back,
be.
yeah,
You
but to
know.
get back to Nebraska though, I feel like our biggest opportunity this week is what adjustments we make on defense to improve. That's my biggest, like, what
Right.
I'm ready to see, right? Because a lot of this stuff of what we did last week, I want to see us clean up the mistakes, be more sound, especially up the middle, and stop the getting like the
The
runs up the
front
middle.
seven period, bro.
Yeah. But outside of that, I mean, offensive wise, just clean up, man. Just clean up every opportunity and just go off. Who's my NFL team? The Eagles. The Eagles is my NFL team. But
Oh
we
no.
talking about CU and Nebraska right now. So I'm gonna go through my key players, offense and defense wise, right? So my offensive players for Nebraska, of course, is the quarterback Sims, the running back, number 23, Grant. They best wide receiver is gonna be Kemp, number 1, and then they got a freshman, number 22. Defensive wise, they DB number 12, Luke, they linebacker number 4, Nash number 0, Wright number 33, and then number 97 they defensive one of the defensive tackles. So they got a good solid front seven. How do you feel about their defense?
Man, I think they got a pretty. I'm gonna say they got an okay defense. I'm not gonna say they got like how people say, it's strong, it's okay. Because I mean, they only played one game too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And then at the same time, I wasn't impressed with Minnesota. You know what I mean? Like Minnesota quarterback and they O line was holding up, and he was just throwing darts and bullets all around the place. You know what I'm talking about? And I mean,
yeah. But
I
like,
think
see,
they can be exposed. I think we're gonna run. They go Shador and Sean Lewis gonna run through it.
here's the thing that I was telling people when I was watching this Nebraska game, right, against
Mm.
Minnesota. I'm definitely not a Broncos fan. Stop that. Um, what I told people with that Minnesota game, if you really go back and watch Nebraska on defense, Minnesota's quarterback missed a lot of
Trash.
wide open wide receivers. Like he either missed high or he threw the ball in the dirt or he missed left, or wide right. Shador ain't
Behind
gonna
them.
miss them. He's not gonna miss them targets. And so
Nah,
that's the only reason why that game was so close to what it was because their quarterback was not accurate whatsoever. And
nah, he
Shador is
wasn't
gonna
good.
kill them with those.
Nah, he wasn't good at all, brother. He and he was too timid, and they had him shook in there, man. And Nebraska actually got a good defensive line, man. Them big country boys, them big white boys, man, was in there getting at it. I ain't gonna lie. They got one of they I guess they call him polar bear or something like that, white
Yeah.
polar bear or something like that. He pretty nice.
Route running.
They D line gonna be a problem for sure.
Oh yeah. They front seven. They're pretty solid in their front seven. They back half is where they got real major problems at. But they front seven is pretty solid. And that's all I keep saying.
Yeah.
Like they front seven is solid. But Lawrence, to answer your question, what if Denver drafted Shador or Travis? Well, I'm gonna be a Shador or Travis fan. I ain't gonna
I
be a
hope
Denver
not.
Broncos fan. That's for sure.
Right.
But
Facts.
I'm gonna say this: Denver gonna try to draft somebody out of CU. You can book that one because it's too close to home, right?
Uh-huh.
They gonna try to draft somebody from Denver. They'll trade away the farm. If they had the opportunity to go draft Shador and they had to give up first round picks, I guarantee you, Sean Lewis gonna get them picks up. Sean Lewis gonna give them up. Especially if Russell Wilson don't do what he's supposed to do, they don't give him up.
And that's crazy
Um,
how all of a sudden CU roster is so full of NFL talent.
yeah, I remember just a week ago, right? We
Uh,
we had the worstest roster in college football. But now this week, Coach Prime going to NFL. We got all this NFL talent.
and I'm not going
Everybody's
to
in a
the league,
Heisman
bro.
talk. Like, look how like one game changes everything.
Everything, man, crazy, crazy, and they big disrespectful out there too, man. They mad. They is mad that they didn't got ranked. And I was always saying that, man. I think they're gonna be getting ranked after they beat TCU. They're gonna rank them. Either
See,
I'll say either TCU or Nebraska.
I had it the third game, right? I didn't have it first game. I had it after the third game because I said you go in there, you knock off TCU, right? You take care of Nebraska, you take care of CSU, and the only reason why I was saying that was because I didn't expect these many top 25 teams to lose in week one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's where the difference came into play at. I wasn't expecting like you see how Clemson got embarrassed, right?
man.
How
That's good
LSU,
though.
like, come on, man.
That's good for business. That's
I know it's
good,
definitely
man.
good. It's definitely good for business because when you think about it, right, y'all just setting the precedent for Coach Prime. Think about like all the
Uh,
defensive linemen that's at Clemson right now, right? And
Facts.
Clemson ain't in the national spotlight. Do you think someone gonna transfer and see what's up with Coach
Uh,
Prime? Think about some of these NFL players. They got sons that's playing on these college teams, or people, brothers that's playing in the league right now. That's on some of these college teams. You don't think they trying to get their brother or their son to go to Coach Prime?
you
Trust me,
remember
that's happening right now.
that defensive tackle that went to Clemson. He was one, but he was it was between Clemson and Jackson.
Oh, you talking about
Um,
Woods?
yup.
Yeah,
Don't be
I'm
hey,
keeping tabs
don't
on
be
him.
that boy a monster, man.
I'm keeping tabs on. It's a couple players right now that I'm just per watching everything that they do because I know for a fact some things ain't finna go the way they think it's finna go.
It's gonna be flip season.
Yep. Hey, Coach
Hey,
Prime.
and I'm gonna tell you, bro, at that game by halftime, bro, I'm out there. At the game by halftime, bro, them recruits that was up there for TCU, they were
Yep.
following Prime to the head to the locker room.
But Big LT, see you went on my live earlier, the one I did it in my normal slot time at
Yeah,
11. Well, it'd be like 12. It'd be noon during your time because you're in Texas. But
yeah, I be at work.
yeah, you good. That was one of the things I touched upon. I said, if you a recruit, right, and you really interested in thinking about going to Colorado, right, would you have an unlimited visits for official visits? That means you could literally see Colorado play 4 to 5 times throughout the season, especially if you're elite talent. Because if I'm thinking about it, if I'm in the state of Texas, right, and I'm really pursuing Colorado, I'm gonna go to TCU and I'm gonna use up one of TCU's official visits. Knowing that I ain't going there, I'm gonna use official visit so I can see that, right?
Uh,
Then I'm gonna go to Colorado versus Nebraska game. All right, that's my second visit. So now I get to I can see them at home, right? Then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to the Oregon game because that's in Oregon. So if a player didn't come to the Nebraska game, they go to the USC game. It's either or, right? Majority of the recruits will come between the USC game or the Nebraska game. But if you're a lead recruit, you can take advantage of these official visits because the NCAA allowed unlimited visits, but you only get one official visit to each school. So you know how many times these recruits can get to see Prime live and see what's really going on and how they can just follow them around at the game, but they on an official visit for somebody else.
And they just slid on over there.
Yeah.
As soon as that halftime came through.
I do not be surprised if Trevor Etienne from Florida. Don't be surprised that running back going to the portal. If he goes to the portal, he might end up in Boulder.
Man, but that back man, they didn't have man, they gonna that backfield gonna be too stacked if he come in there next year. Too
What you
stacked,
got?
bro.
Well, you got to think about it. Smoke is obviously leaving. That's
Yeah,
one
Smoke
back,
gonna be
right?
good, but that's the only one though.
But listen, pay attention though. You got to pay attention. Smoke is leaving. Wilkes has 1,000-yard season. He gonna be up out of there. So we're gonna lose 2 backs.
Who you think he gonna try to go to the league?
Yeah, Wilkes wants to be one and done. He want to be this. He wants this year to be his last year.
Yeah.
So they we'll be down. Both our power backs will be done. So then that'll leave us with Otto, Hankerson, Dylan, and Charlie. But what if Hank want to leave?
Hank ain't gonna want to leave, man. I think he love it, man.
He do love it there, but I'm just putting a hypothetical out there. Like, what if you want
That's
to leave?
gonna
You
be
know what I'm
thick
saying?
because you still got them 2 recruits. That's already them 2 running back recruits that's already committed too.
Yeah,
Coming
but
in next year.
hey, competition gonna get thick though.
Be thick, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Competition might
Man.
get thick.
And still Alton gonna be there.
Yeah. And then on top of that, man, like we gonna get another elite wide receiver. I'm talking about like a 6'3", 6'4". We gonna get somebody because somebody got to fill Javon Antonio's shoes. And I ain't talking about like one of the freshmen that's there now. We gonna either get an elite wide receiver that out of the high school rankings or a transfer.
Both. Goddamn me. Both, brother. Because I'm telling you, man, you don't think Prime phone and whatever he got it ain't going off with them recruits?
Hey,
Man,
listen,
that thing going off, man.
that thing jumping, and then it's like
Okay.
that thing is jumping, and not only is that right. Think about everybody they got a friend, cousin, a coach, a former coach, mama, daddy, hitting see you on the back channels, talking to them right now. Like, hey, I don't like the situation my kid in. Can we get in and see you right now?
Yeah.
Right. And those are the things that people not thinking about. And that's why I'm trying
then,
to like.
And then that game, bro, that game was so exciting, bro. It's people that just want their kids to be it.
Yeah, people just
Man,
want their kid to be with Coach Prime because they see the type of leadership he brings, what he has to offer. The only thing that I want Coach Prime to do, I just want Coach Prime to go out and get the trenches. Go out and get the trenches. We don't need to add too many pieces to our skill positions, right? If it's an area where we need to add at, is upgrading like getting some more corners and upgrading at the safety position. But outside of that, and linebackers, outside of that, we need to focus on the trenches. Getting them dogs.
That's what he said today, and that's what he waiting on and stuff like that for them big days. He said they coming. It's easy work for them skill guys. It's them big
Honestly,
boys.
he ain't waiting on them. They already coming.
Yeah, they coming.
We already.
How many you think that's gonna try to hop in the portal now and try to come there? Like some of them graduates. That's probably like second string, maybe third.
This what I've been saying. I've been saying we gonna get one from Alabama, one from Georgia. on them defensive line. We gonna get 1-1 from them two. Who is
You
gonna
talking about
be
now or next year?
next year?
Oh,
Like
okay.
they're going to the portal. I feel like we're gonna get somebody from Georgia and somebody from Alabama. We're gonna definitely get somebody from Alabama for sure, just because of Charles Kelly. But we're gonna get somebody from Georgia that's a big 5-star from one of those teams. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm focused on right now. But the trenches is finna get covered. Them phone calls has been happening right now.
I think
And
they're gonna flip one of them. They're gonna fight flip one of them big youngsters.
oh, he will.
I want Williams Lanieri. That's who I want.
Hey, he going to Mizzou. He going to Mizzou.
I
He my
know.
hometown.
But Mizzou ain't nothing. Come on, man. They
I know
paying
that,
that
man.
boy so much money, man. Come on, man.
I'm
Come on. He can flip from that easy.
bro. I'm from St. Louis, so I'm telling you, I know he can. I was recruited by Mizzou, so I know what it is there. I know the
Yeah,
campus like the back of my hand. So, hey, Mizzou's an
yeah,
hour and a half away from like St. Louis. So, trust me, I know what it is and what it ain't. I not just him, but you get him, you can get Ryan Wingo. You can get Wingo too.
yeah. Oh yeah, him too, man. Man, come
Because
on, man.
they both from St. Louis. Well, now what's his name not from St. Louis, but he's up in the Kansas City area. The Lee Summit, that's like the Kansas City area, so he's not that far away. But they can get both of them to come to Colorado. And that's why it's like you can't buy too much in where these players committing to, because when the season gets it going and Coach Prime gets to dominating, a lot of these kids gonna flip. And I estimate we're gonna get 3 to 5 players just gonna flip to Colorado on National Signing Day. That's what I got. I pray Tez Walker from UNC gets the nod so Tyler Brown can get looked at again. Listen, if they approve Tez Walker, you are going to see a lot of things come out against the NCAA and Tyler Brown. I promise you that. I promise you. So be on the lookout. I could see Shane being a senator. Yes, I could too. I could definitely see that him being a senator too. I think Sean Lewis is out of here. I also think Coach Hart is going to get a pay for it. So, Lawrence, to answer your question, I think everybody, like Sean Lewis, is going to be there for 2 years. It's a 2-year plan. And the reason why I said it's a 2-year plan is they want to make sure Shedeur is in the best position to get drafted, and they want to make sure Travis is in the best position to get drafted. So, I'm telling you that I plan on Sean Lewis being there for 2 years. It's going to be a 2 and out. I feel like our coaching staff is going to be a two and out on that part. So when y'all look at Sean Lewis, I really feel like Sean Lewis is going to be there for 2 years just to get through Shedeur, and he's going to get the right offer, because if he do a one and done, I don't think he's going to get the offer that he wants. If he waits that next year, he's going to be in a better position to get a way better job, because they're going to have 2 years on him of seeing what he can really do. Because you got to think about it. You want to see how players develop, right? Yeah, you can see it in 1 year, but if you could see a coach develop players in 2-year span, that's going to give more backing for a Power 5 school to offer him. So, Sean Lewis, I got him for 2 years, because you got to think about it. When Sean Lewis leave, not only is Sean Lewis going to leave, but he's going to take Coach O'Boyle. He's going wherever
Oh
Sean
yeah,
Lewis goes, Coach
yeah, yeah.
O'Boyle going to go. So you're going to lose your offensive coordinator and your offensive line coach. So we're going to see. Coach Sal ain't going nowhere. Coach Brew ain't going nowhere. He locked in with Coach Prime.
Yeah, bro ain't going nowhere.
He
And I
ain't
don't
going
think
nowhere.
Sal going nowhere either.
Yeah, but
Sal gonna
here's
go
what I
wherever
say.
Prime go.
If Coach Sal was to leave, we already got Coach Sal replacement. That's going to be Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
So we locked in. We locked in for sure.
Once
Coach
Sack, he
Lewis,
got once Sack got to get himself right too, though, man. Sack got to get off that candy.
but I give everybody another reason why I say Coach Lewis is going to stay 2 years, right? Y'all got to think about it. Next year, that's when all this realignment of conferences is going to change. So not too many people are wanting going to take an opportunity like that. Now, anything is possible. Anything is possible. But I think each school is going to have that 1 year under their new conference, under their belt, before they make that dramatic coaching change. And now, are there going to be schools that's going to come after Sean Lewis? Yes. But I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
what
They
Colorado's going
hitting
to
them
do,
up right now.
I truly believe this is what Colorado's going to do. They're going to let Sean Lewis go out there and fill offers, right? They might not match all the money Sean Lewis can get in that 1 year, but they're going to try to match majority of the money to keep him there for another year. Because you got to think about it. If you Sean Lewis, right, you got an opportunity, and this is why I keep saying he's going to start in 2 years. You got an opportunity to go win a national championship, or you go to your own school and you're in a rebuilding and you got a lot of pressure put on you.
He gonna dip whenever Shador leaves, man.
That's
That's
what I'm
when he gonna
saying.
dip.
Because why
Cause
would
I
I
think
go put all
Shador
that?
gonna come back his senior year and play that 1 year in the 12.
Yeah, why would I put all that pressure on me knowing that I don't even know what quarterback I'm gonna have at that next school and the weapons I
Well,
got?
you know what quarterback on he gonna have? What's his name gonna follow?
That
Uh, Danny O'Neal.
yeah. But he could not because Danny O'Neal get there next year, right? It could, depending on who that next coordinator comes, he might stay.
I don't know, man. You know, that's
But
who he was attracted to
but honestly though,
uh
I wouldn't be upset if he left though because the quarterbacks that we recruiting in that 25 class,
yeah, they're gonna be
we
nasty. Y'all, it
we
ain't gonna be no
recruiting
problem.
some dogs. And that's the thing
Gonna
that
be
I don't think
nasty.
people realizing. Like, if y'all really watching Colorado and who they recruit and who they offering, all the offers and recruits that's going on right now is all class of 25. The class of 24, you're not really seeing a lot of offers go out. And the reason why you're not seeing a lot of them go out is because if you ain't come to visit, you ain't getting an offer. That's how Coach
And
Prime
then
operating right now.
and
If you
then
ain't
like
come
you
to see
said,
us,
man,
you ain't getting an offer.
and then like you said, he not looking for guys for just 4 and 5 stars. He looking for guys kids that love the game.
Yeah,
Certain personalities and character traits. Now he just not going out there like these big schools. They just handing out offers to everybody. Every you see on every I see every other day somebody committing to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just because they got an offer. Man, they
yeah.
kid be then he committed next month and committed to another school. They not Prime ain't got time for all that flip flopping around and all them little kiddish games, man.
You know what Coach Prime do? Coach Prime's so smart, right? He be out here telling them kids, hey man, go ahead and commit to them because I know you're gonna sign with me. Go ahead and commit to them because I know you're gonna sign with
Yeah,
them.
go get that check.
Go get your check because we ain't gonna give it to you. So go ahead and get it. Go ahead and collect it right now. Because we ain't gonna get it to you. Like, that's how Coach Prime thinking.
For real.
Hey, go collect that check.
Hustling them boys.
I'm not gonna tell you to pass up on your bread. Go get that check. Just know when it comes time to
Most
sign,
business.
we know you coming, baby. We know you coming, baby. That's why Coach Prime can get up there on the in his press conference and say, "Hey, them dogs coming in the trenches," because Coach Prime always got something up his sleeve. He been marketing. They been talking to these recruits. They ain't stupid, and there's gonna be some people that you don't expect to commit to Coach Prime. That's gonna be with in Boulder come December, January. I
I
promise you
bet
that.
you old Burr Alexander regret that. I mean, even
Oh,
though
he
he in a good spot now at Colorado, I mean USC, but
yeah,
he'd have been he'd have been starting right now.
he was.
I
Hey
mean
man,
he started now, but I don't know. I mean, it's just been different. He had a different impact.
one of the things
He'd have been a star.
he'd have been a star. Not only would he been a star, he'd have had a major NIL deal. Him
Facts.
going to USC really hurt him because he chased that bag though. He needed it
Uh,
right then and there. But it's like you don't know every kid's situation. You feel me? And that's the part where he gonna regret it, right? But at the same time, he gonna get to the league. Like those are just one offs, man. Hey, one thing that I know though about Lincoln Riley, his defense has always been trash. He ain't never had a good defense. He always had a tremendous offense, but his defense has always been trash. And I knew when he took his defensive coordinator from his previous school,
From Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, to USC, I already knew what time it was. We ain't got to worry about that, and that's why like people underestimate. Watch what the spread gonna be when USC versus Colorado play. Watch what the spread gonna be.
Yeah,
I
they secondary
guarantee you,
trash.
it's gonna be something crazy.
They
And
secondary trash.
I promise you, if they put a 21-point spread up there for USC, Prime is gonna bankrupt. He gonna bankrupt Vegas. That's for sure.
That game gonna be is gonna be it's gonna be that real test to see what Colorado about for real for real.
Yeah,
It's gonna be that Oregon game. You know what I'm talking about? That's gonna be
but
the game right there.
I've been saying this, man. All this stuff that we're doing right now is the build up for Oregon. We're building
Getting that
up
defense
Oregon
right.
and
Yeah.
USC. That's all this
I
is
think
right
the
now.
defense gonna be right when that Oregon game come. It gotta be right. Ain't no thing. It gotta be right when that
But
Oregon game comes.
and that's the reason why, like next week, that's why I keep saying next week, you gonna see anybody that's coming off an injury or need to play, they playing next week for sure. That's
Fact,
100% sure.
fact.
Or you ain't playing in the Oregon game. Like
You talking
you
about
still see
that
Travis
Colorado
Jay.
State game?
Yeah, the Colorado State game.
Oh yeah.
You should see Travis Jay. You should see B. Gant. Quez should be playing. Kamani should be playing. You should see all of them. All
Uh-huh.
of them. But appreciate you, Big LT, jumping on, man. I'm about to jump off, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is Rob the Man Media, baby. Coming back with another live. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe before you leave that building. Peace.
All right.